Marginal seat MP Craig Laundy has always said he's in Parliament for a good time, if not necessarily a long time, which often sees him speak out on issues he feels passionately about. Mr Laundy has joined fellow Liberal MP Ken Wyatt to condemn the government's proposed plans to scrap Section 18C of the Racial Discrimination Act. To discuss it, as well as some other issues around red tape, he joins me now live from Parliament House. Craig Laundy, thanks very much for being there. What is your fundamental concern about scrapping Section 18C?
Peter, look, it's actually not my concern, mate. I'm pretty pragmatic. My job as a backbencher is to listen to the constituency that I have, and I take that seriously. And over the last 6 months since being elected, as I said on record last week, I would have had in the vicinity of 1,000 representations, many of those from organisations with hundreds of people that are members, asking for 18C to stay, and I have had not one, zero, from people that want it to go. So my job is to feed that back in, as all backbenchers should, to the leadership team and let them know what the feel on the ground is.
What's their reaction been like?
Oh, look, I've got to say, the Attorney-General, and this is probably driven by the Prime Minister, the way he runs things is very consultative. The Attorney-General over the last couple of weeks has been very interested in what myself and other backbenchers have had to say, and I've been given a great hearing. So
is there quite a few of you? Because obviously yourself and in particular Mr Wyatt are well known for what you've expressed publicly, but are there others that perhaps haven't gone public with concerns that they're also passing on to the PM and the AG?
Oh, look, I don't know, Peter. It hasn't been actively discussed on the backbench, but all I know is that my job I take seriously, and I'm hearing it loud and clear, and my job is to plug in and pass that information on.
Well, let's get a sense of how seriously you're taking it. If the party doesn't shift, Ken Wyatt has said that he'd be prepared to cross the floor. Is that something that you would consider?
Peter, there's a lot of water to go under the bridge. I think from the hearings we've got and the practical way, that constructive way. The good thing about the Liberal Party is it is a broad church, as is always stated, and there is a wide range of opinion. The good thing is that we're being listened to seriously, and I would imagine that we'll find. I would hope that we'd find some sort of compromise position.
But if you don't, I mean, let's get a sense of how seriously you're taking these 1,000+ concerns from your constituents. Would you consider crossing the floor? In the Liberal Party, we're often told that that's allowed.
Yeah, look, it is allowed under the auspices, but I don't think it will come to that, Peter. I know you're throwing a hypothetical at me. I'm here to tell you the process today and where it's up to. I'm confident that our concerns will be listened to.
Okay, tomorrow is repeal day for red tape. Josh Frydenberg was talking to me about it just last night. Most of the stuff that's getting repealed, though, is just redundant legislation rather than redundant regulation rather than active regulation. You need to see more of the latter, don't you, rather than the former?
Yeah, look, Peter, you do. However, you obviously pick the low-hanging fruit first, which is what Josh has done. Josh has, once again, following on from the Prime Minister, who he reports to, has taken a consultative approach, and he's tasked us on the backbench getting out there and talking to local business. I was just talking to one of your colleagues down here as we came to air. I had a gentleman in my office that explained that he has relocated his manufacturing to New Zealand because of red tape and regulation. Now, these are the things that we've had the ability, because of Josh's appointment, to feed into him, and there is a second repeal day planned for later in the year, and it would be my great hope that in the next 6 months there would be a lot of backbenchers in their electorates listening to small business owners and passing that intelligence back so that we can make meaningful change to a sector that is, small and medium-sized business employs 70% of the people in Australia. It's not going to be government, business or big business or unions that solve our employment and underemployment problems. It's going to be small and medium-sized business, as it always has been.
All right, Craig Laundy, we appreciate you joining us on PVO NewsHour. Thanks very much.
Pete, good to talk to you.